Okay, so here we are with Horror Month, and our first video for Horror Month is an unboxing of a movie that actually came out 45 years ago, and it just was released on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray this year, and it is Steven Spielberg's Immortal. Jaws. That's right, this is the 4K anniversary, 45th anniversary edition of Jaws. It just came out this year, and we actually, David and I have reviewed Jaws. We reviewed all the Jaws films, including that terrible fourth one. But of course, you know, Jaws is just a fantastic film. And we loved how it looked in Blu-ray, but, you know, this is 4K, so this has got to look pretty amazing, and worth the double dip to go and get. So, first off, with this thing, I know the light's kind of reflecting on it, because it's got two things going on here. One, it's got the plastic still on it. I think you can see that. And yeah, so I still have the plastic on it because that's what an unboxing is. You still have plastic on it. And on top of it, it's got a 3D cover. And I'm trying to show that as best I can. Where, let's see. So let me. Well, you can kind of see it there. The teeth are kind of moving around. I'm trying to not get it so reflective with the light there. But, yeah, that's it. Now, there's a 3D cover on here, and it is really freaking cool. I mean, this is basically the poster for Jaws. That's basically what that is, because the original poster for Jaws had Jaws coming up out of the water like this, with this, or under the water actually, and they had someone swimming across the top. I don't know if that's going to be on here or not once I get the plastic off, but yep, that's what that is. So it's kind of a take on it, and it's a cool cover. It is a really cool cover. Now, Best Buy actually did a steelbook of this, which I believe David had actually bought, but I don't think he ever did an unboxing of it. Now, the one thing I heard about this release of Jaws was that there was actually, when they released it, there was actually something wrong with it. So okay, now we're looking at the back of the package of Jaws. And you can see where it says 4 times sharper than full HD. Ooh. That ought to be interesting. But as you can see in the right here, you can see the contents of this. It actually comes with the 4K itself, as well as a booklet of some sort. Now, back when this was actually released, back in, I believe it was June or July, they actually released this. And there was actually a problem with it, from what I heard, was that booklet, that specific booklet, actually had a problem with it. So they actually had to like recall the ones that they had already released. So I don't know if that's actually true or what actually happened with it, but I guess we'll find out once I get this open, and I'll show you the booklet, and I'll talk about what that actually was, what the problem actually was. So here's some of the bonus features on it, which are basically the exact same bonus features that the Blu-ray has had for quite some time. But I believe there's some new stuff in there too. I believe there's some like new interviews or something like that as well. So I do believe they added something to it. Probably not a whole lot, but all of this extra stuff that's on here, David and I reviewed before, and it's all fantastic stuff. It is actually really great stuff. So if you have this version of Jaws, the 4K or the Blu-ray, I mean, check out the extra features, because they are pretty amazing. The making of Jaws, the restoration of Jaws, all of that stuff is really amazing stuff. So go back and look and check those out, because they're actually really, really good. Okay, so I took the plastic off, so now this isn't quite as reflective as it was. Well, it is still a bit, because it's still catching the light, but you can kind of see the 3D a lot better because the plastic's not on the case. So you can see how it's got this like 3D, this really cool 3D where Jaws' teeth are over the title Jaws, and it's really cool. It actually is pretty cool. So of course we have the typical cardboard inlay, or whatever it is called, this cardboard outing, and no swimmer up at the top. But you have the cardboard backing for it. I'll take that off here. Here's the side of it, and you can see the booklet in there, and of course it says 4K HD. Alright, we'll take the back off and see what it is. Ah, there's the swimmer. So this would have been actually at the top of the movie poster. That's the original movie poster. So you can see no Jaws down there, but he's on the front. So this is actually the top of it, of the movie poster. But this is the back of the 4K. So that's pretty cool that they did add that to it. I mean, nice touch. But and it looks like the 3D cover is actually part of the cover, so it's not like a separate thing. Sometimes these 3D pictures are separate, so you have like it's a basic card or whatever. But it looks like, if you look at the side of this, I can focus in on it. It is a card that is attached to the box itself. So you can kind of see the where the card ends and where the box is. So, and it's like that all the way around. Let's see if you can see that there. You can see it? Yeah. A little bit there. So it actually goes all the way around. So there's that. So let's open the actual set and pull out what we got in here. So once again, on the cover we have Jaws, which is almost the same as the 3D cover, but it's not Jaws. I guess that's supposed to be Jaws under the water, like in the poster, in the original poster, but this is Jaws actually coming out of the water, and it's not in 3D, but that's the actual picture of him coming out of the water, which they actually did. That's actually another movie poster that they had for Jaws, believe it or not, where he was actually out of the water, but it never said Jaws in his teeth. It actually said Jaws either on the bottom or the top. But that's what the original posters looked like when it came out 45 years ago. So, of course, we got the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code. And on the back is basically the same as, except for the sixth. Well, it's a little bit different. They don't show what actually is in the set, but they show all the bonus features and everything from this point down. So, pretty much the same, but a little bit different because they don't actually have the picture of the set here. So let's open it up and see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so on the inside we have Jaws on 4K. There's the 4K disc of it. And over on this side we have Jaws with the buoy from the beginning of the film, I guess. And it's on Blu-ray, so you can watch it either one. And of course there's also the digital code. So not much else to look at here. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's nothing in the background, as you can see. It's just the case with the 2 discs in it. So not much to look at there. Okay, so let's pull out the infamous booklet. Now this is what was actually causing the problem, I guess, that these possibly had when they first came out. This set actually had. This is the back of it, and you see the girl from the very beginning of the movie. I believe the character's name was Chrissy, I think. And she was in the water. If I remember right, her name was Chrissy. And she was in the water, and Jaws comes up and, you know, starts to munch on her. You know, num 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 num. So, yeah. So that's her from the beginning. So here's okay. Here's the front of the book with the orca. And Jaws in the water, of course, and there's some blood in the water. And this is pretty much when the orca is sinking toward the end of the movie, when Brody's up here on top of the mast. That's the word I was looking for. When he's on top of that mast, and the boat's sinking, and Jaws comes at him, and, you know, he says those famous lines like, "Smile, you son of a bitch." Yeah. So there's that. So pretty cool cover, actually. I actually like it. It's a nice picture of the orca. So let's check out the inside. Now here's what the problem was, supposedly, about this, was that I believe some of the, like, they have like pictures and things of certain actors and certain, like, Chief Brody or whatever, and like the descriptions were wrong. Like they would have a picture of Richard Dreyfuss, his character of Hooper, but it wouldn't say Hooper, it would say Brody or something like that. So like all that was wrong, so they had to go back and fix all that stuff. So I'm going to tell you right now, when I purchased this, it was like right in the middle of all that. So I don't know if I actually got one of those that was wrong, or if it's actually right and everything's cool with it, if it was like the second wave of these coming out or not. I have no idea. So that's about the time I bought it, was about the time that they had already recalled it. So I don't know if I got one of the original ones or if I got one of the new ones, but I think I got one of the new ones. But we'll find out once I open it up here. So here's a picture of Brody and Hooper and Quint on the orca cast and crew. Now I think this is where they had the problem, is on this part of it, this cast and crew part of it. But so far, everything that reads right there looks like it's all right. Steven Spielberg, director, Roy Scheider, Chief Martin Brody, Richard Dreyfuss, Matt Hooper, Robert Shaw, Sam Quint, Lorraine Gray, Ellen Brody. And it looks like all of that's there. Composer John Williams. That awesome music. So far, it looks to be okay. There's Richard Dreyfuss. Here's Richard Dreyfuss. And it says Richard Dreyfuss on it. And I guess this is what was actually what's wrong, is that it would say, it would like have a picture of the actor, but the guy they were talking about was not, you know, on like here's Robert Shaw, but over here it would say something else. It wouldn't say Robert Shaw, it'd probably say like Richard Dreyfuss or something. Okay, so far this looks like I'm getting a lot of reflection because this is, the pages are very glossy, so. But it looks like there's a lot of information here to read. I guess this is about John Williams. Yeah, this is Williams scores. So this is all about Steven Spielberg and John Williams working together for the score of Jaws. Bruce the Shark. And this is all about how they did Bruce the Shark. So far it looks like this booklet is okay. It looks like everything's here like it's supposed to be. So I guess we're okay. I guess this is actually one of the actual sets that came out later. So I don't know if there was an actual problem with it. I you know, maybe you guys know if you had the set, if you bought the set when it actually came out, when it was first issued. You know, let me know if things were wrong with it, or if everything was okay with it, or what. You can tell me down there in the comments and let me know. But so far, this looks like everything's here. Okay, so there you have it. Jaws in 4K. So I'm going to check this out, and obviously I'm sure the picture is going to be amazing. I'm sure it's going to be even sharper than what was on the Blu-ray, which was amazing in and of itself. The Blu-ray itself was amazing how they did that. So 4K has got to be really interesting on this. But the one thing I'm wondering about is the sound. Is the sound going to be any different? I don't know. Is it going to be the same? I don't see how they can make it much different than what it was, other than possibly doing Dolby Atmos. So we'll see. We'll see how the sound turns out on this, but so far I'm sure the picture is going to be absolutely amazing. But I'll check it out and I'll be back and let you know. And that's it for now. It's Jaws on 4K, and I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be an awesome watch to see Jaws in 4K. That's going to be awesome. So you know what to do at this point. That's right. Hit that little subscribe button down there. Give us some feedback. Give us some comments. Tell me what you think of the 4K. Tell me if you got one of these that was, you know, messed up in the beginning or not. Tell me what you think. Would you even double dip for this one, or would you not? I did, because it's Jaws. I mean, this is like one of the greatest movies of all time, and one of the biggest blockbusters of all time when it came out. So yeah, I mean, Steven Spielberg, Jaws, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw. I mean, Quint. He's fantastic in this movie. So, I mean, it's worth checking out. It's worth checking out anyway. I mean, it's worth it. It's just a great movie. So subscribe to us, give us some feedback, and hit the little bell up there so you know every time I post a video on Box Office Maniacs, and you guys come back for Horror Month, because there's a lot more Horror Month to come this year. Stay tuned.